Breaking news, after 12 hours, the standoff in northwest Omaha is over tonight.
Live picture here, Jennifer. This is from 140th near Blondo. Just moments ago, I exchanged text messages with Douglas County Sheriff Tim Dunning. I will read you those text messages verbatim. Sheriff, it's Craig Negrelli. Is the suspect dead? How many victims are inside? The sheriff then texted me back, yes, and 2. I then texted the sheriff a second time and said, self-inflicted, 3 dead total. The sheriff texted me back, yes. Let me put all of this in framework for you so we know exactly what we're talking about. There is a man who created a hostage situation near 140th and Blondo just before noon today. A woman was able to escape that hostage situation. For nearly 12 hours, police have been involved in a standoff with that man. At about 10 o'clock, right here, you saw it live on KMTV Action 3 News Live at 10, police fired tear gas into the house. They also sent a robot in. Moments ago, Sheriff Tim Dunning confirmed that the armed gunman inside that house near 140th and Blondo has in fact killed himself. In addition, as you look at video from the heavy artillery that headed into that neighborhood today, in addition, 2 other people are inside that home, and they too are dead.
At about 10 o'clock tonight, during one of our live reports, we started hearing these bangs and seeing these flashes. This is video from that, I believe. You just saw the flash right there where you see the squad. Again, that was from 10 o'clock this evening. And at that point, we understand now those were actually tear gas canisters. So at that point, police decided it was time to fire those gas canisters into the home to try to get this guy to come out and to try to flush him out. Then we learned they went inside, they checked the situation after they used a bullhorn to try to alert him and make contact with him. When he did not respond, they went inside, and that's when they found him inside with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Earlier in the day, we had heard reports that there were 2 people inside with him. Again, those are 2 people other than the woman who was released at 2 p.m. this afternoon. So at one point, there were 3 people in the home with him, and we have learned that the 2 people were killed in this situation.
So what we have here is a double murder-suicide. Again, this being confirmed by Douglas County Sheriff Tim Dunning just moments ago in exchange of text messages with me. He confirmed that the armed man who has held police at bay since well before noon today is dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound at that location just south of Champions Run, that 2 people are in the house. They too are dead. How long they've been dead, we don't know the answer to that question. But we do know that the situation near 140th and Blondo at long last is over, and it has ended in a tragic, horrible way.
I talked to Deputy Chief Wheeler over the phone. We were texting. I asked him to confirm the information that Craig got confirmed from the sheriff. In the meantime, he did text back saying, I will be briefing the media soon. It appears he will be going to the scene to give this update, the information that we have just learned, and likely tell us everything that has been going on today to try to deal with this man and try to get him to come out. And at times, I'm sure they were dealing with the woman who had been in the house to try to learn, were the people who were inside, at what point did they die? Was there any chance of getting them out okay? Obviously, that is what people were asking. You know, a situation like this going so long, what are they dealing with? Well, we know they were dealing with 2 people in that home besides the shooter that they wanted to make sure they were doing their best to get them out safely, and that did not happen tonight.
We should point out that police and a hostage negotiator had been on the phone with this man for a great length of time, hours upon hours. They were attempting to wait him out. They were attempting to use as much patience as possible, hoping to end this in a very peaceful manner. But unfortunately, that has not happened tonight. Again, what we do know is 3 people are dead, including the gunman inside that home near 140th and Blondo. KMTV Action 3 News reporter Miranda Christian has been out there all night. Miranda, what can you tell us from your vantage point?
Yeah, so I've been here since about 12:30 9:30 today is when I got here, and nothing changed until about 10 o'clock when we were actually doing my live shot. That's when we knew something was happening. We started hearing popping noises. That's when they started firing gas into this home. After that, it was about 30 minutes till we got some news, and we just found out, you guys have been talking, that this is a suicide double murder. Earlier we saw one person actually get out of this house. That was that woman running away to police. But right now everything's just kind of progressed. And the last hour here, it's gotten really kind of chaotic almost out here as things kind of winded down. This standoff has been long. It's been crazy. It's been cold out here. So these guys wanted it to end. Like I said, we just about a dozen pops right after 10 o'clock there as they started firing that gas inside. They sent a robot inside to go look for him, and unfortunately found him with a self-inflicted gunshot wound and 2 others dead inside that home. Right now we are waiting to be briefed by one of the sheriff deputies here. He will come answer some of those questions we have about what happened today, what maybe led to this, if they've been able to figure that out. We know they were talking to him a lot. Maybe he gave some indication of what was going on. So a lot of questions still need to be answered, and we will do our best to bring that to you once he comes and briefs us. So still live at this scene, I'm Miranda Christian, KMTV Action 3 News.
Okay, so still a lot of unanswered questions after the obvious headline that 3 people are dead inside a home in northwest Omaha. The gunman and 2 other victims. Still to be answered is what the motive was. We know that a woman was able to escape after she had been taken hostage with apparently others. And we don't know what transpired really between noon and say 10 p.m. inside that home. We do know that 2 victims have been killed inside that home, and now the gunman is dead as well.
This is obviously a situation where we will continue to update you, if not on air, definitely online, kmtv.com, but we are waiting for that news conference, and we are planning on updating you when the chief deputy comes to the scene.
Keep it right here on KMTV. We'll see you in a few minutes.